So after much preparation and a lot of planning, it was finally the big day to head out on our camping trip. So we got the truck all packed up and headed into town, where we picked up our camper from the storage place where we keep it. And so once we got it all hitched up, we were on our way to Magnolia Springs State Park, which was really out in the middle of nowhere in Georgia. And Google Maps said this was going to be a 3-hour and 50-minute drive, so probably looking at closer to 4.5, 5 hours maybe for us. We are on the road. I'm not sure where we are actually. I think we're in Georgia somewhere, but we're headed south. We're someplace we have never been before. And it's warmer already, a little bit warmer already, so that's a good thing. About to get loaded up. We should get there to the park at about 3:30, 4 o'clock. So the drive went real smooth. It was a nice day. The weather was good, and actually our destination was just outside of a little town called Millen, Georgia, is where the park is actually located. Hello. Yes, ma'am.
All you have to do is go to the doorway building right here on the left. That's where you'll check in.
Okay.
This one that's right here on the left. You'll see it once you pass me. Have a nice day. Try to stay warm.
Yes, ma'am. So we rolled in there. By the time we got in there, it was getting close to sunset, and looked around the park. Number one, it was deserted, which was good, but number two, I noticed they had pull-through sites, and I was like, oh, okay, this is nice, because this is going to make things real easy. So I got the camper pulled in and got it set up pretty quick, and we were ready to settle in for the night. It's morning time at Magnolia Springs State Park. I didn't shoot any video last night when we got in because it was cold. I wanted to get the camper heated up. It's 27 degrees here this morning. So we are much further south, but we still haven't managed to get completely out of this cold yet. So this is the park. It's kind of deserted this time of year, which is nice. So we are getting things loaded up this morning. So I didn't even unhitch the trailer last night. I just kind of came in and stayed hitched up, because we were only going to be here for a short time, so hooked up a few things. So we got out of there real fast the next day, having the fact that we didn't unhitch. We were able to get out of there super quick. And then it was south, south, south. We just drove south all day towards Jacksonville and then St. Augustine. This one, Google Maps was saying 3 hours and 57 minutes, which, you know, that's going to be another 5-hour day for us. So we were glad that we were able to get on the road early and get on our way. Today's first stop, we're at some pilot travel center. We're just outside of Savannah, and it is so freaking crowded. Here's my chance to pull up. Yeah, we're having to wait in this big old queue with all these other trucks, so I better pay attention. And seemingly just like that, all of a sudden here we were driving into Florida, getting ready to settle down for the night at the KOA. KOA here in St. Augustine. We made it to the KOA here in St. Augustine, and it is still not as warm as I'd like. You have to have a light jacket on. Still not warm. It's cold everywhere. I don't think we're going to be able to get out of the cold. I've been watching the weather where we're going, and it's warmer than where we were, but still not. There's somebody getting here right now in a big old motorhome. So yeah, we made it, and these people next door are from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I've already been talking to my neighbor over there. What with me being such a good neighbor, Sam type and all. So we woke up that next morning and went out walking around the park, and the park was really nice. We liked it. It was quaint is one way to describe it. It seemed kind of old school, like something you might have seen back in the day. And so we enjoyed ourselves walking around the park and just enjoying getting oriented around there that morning. Well, before you know it, it was lunchtime, and so we headed on into town to see what we could find to eat. And after we ate lunch, we headed across the Intercoastal Waterway, drove around in the Old Town a little bit and looked around there. And then that afternoon, we headed back out to the campground and spent the afternoon walking the dogs. They'd been in the car all day that day before and day before that too, so we walked them around a bunch and spent the rest of the afternoon relaxing, and we were looking forward to spending the rest of our week in St. Augustine.